What's up, guys? This is TheOneBG Gaming and Platinuming, and this is Game News and Things. So, Platinuming, what are you playing?
I'm still continuing my Rise of the Tomb Raider Let's Play going on my YouTube channel. And then last week we said that there was a game coming out called Dragon Quest Builders that I was interested in. It's basically a poor man's Minecraft. Been playing that off camera, but I've been having a blast with that. And similar to probably you, I've been playing Battlefield 1 with EA Access, getting a little extra in there, and Overwatch. How about you?
I have really only been playing Battlefield 1 and Overwatch. I kind of dove into some Mass Effect 3 just for kicks and giggles, but in general, just Battlefield 1 and Overwatch. So, before we dive into the news, let me ask you, what are your thoughts on Dragon Quest Builders?
So Dragon Quest Builders, for people that don't know, Dragon Quest has been like a Japanese role-playing game that I've never actually played, but I've just been seeing a bunch of these trailers for this game coming out. It's basically a Minecraft, but the cool thing is it's played from a third-person perspective, and there's like a quest system, and there's kind of like a little bit of a story. I haven't dwelled much into that. But it's basically that you are awoken from your sleep, like a lot of random games that come out. You wake up from amnesia being awoken by a spirit, and you are the only one that knows how to build things. So you start meeting people. It's like, hey, I don't know if you can do this, but could you try to like invent like a thing for like storing our things? So it's basically people that don't know what they're doing at all. And you just kind of start building a city and growing your population. And kind of like Minecraft, where you get blocks, everything has a durability system and everything. And I don't know, I've just been having a blast with it. It's nice to actually have a Minecraft game that has a quest system, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So, would you say this game is more along the lines of story-driven or kind of do whatever you want sort of thing like in Minecraft?
It's more story driven as I've been playing it. The interesting thing is I've looked at the trophy list, being that's a PlayStation exclusive. Looked at the trophy list, and there's chapters that you play through where you unlock new areas, you start a new town, and most of it's not procedurally generated like Minecraft. There's like trees that aren't in the same place, but that's basically it. The same structures are in the exact same spot. But yeah, there's still the free roam where, oh, I don't want to do these quests, I'm gonna just go out, get resources, make my town look nicer, but otherwise it's basically all story.
Okay. As you mentioned, Battlefield 1 is now playable through EA Access or Origin Access.
hmm
What what are your impressions on this game?
As of right now, I'm loving it. I mean, whenever I'm just like sitting around, I'm like, I want to get back to Battlefield. I can't wait to play it. I mean, I play as a medic, so I kind of am a support, but I'm mostly just for me. But I mean,
You're one of those medics. They just throw down the med kit when they get shot at, huh?
well, I mean, the thing about it is, when you're just going in quick play and you don't have any of your friends, your squad
Yep.
won't stay together at all. You're just
hmm
like, oh, I'm gonna just join this random squad just so I can use them as a respawn point if they're close to an attacking objective. But then I mean, most likely I am always healing people. I'm throwing bandages out like people in or COD are just throwing out grenades and such like that.
Yeah.
I'm just checking those things out, just getting as much experience as I can from it. That's my big plus from being a medic.
Yep. Yeah. How many hours have you played? Or how many hours do you have left that you can play?
I think I'm about halfway through my 10 hours. So, I mean, for the people that don't know or don't have EA access because it's only on Xbox One or PC for PlayStation people, EA access gives you usually like a free week, that a week ahead before the game comes out, that you can play a solid 10 hours of the game. But it's it is a paid subscription thing, but after 10 hours are complete, you just can't play it. But then the nice thing is that I've read in Battlefield 1 is all of your stuff that you do in these 10 hours will roll over. So it's basically just like it's a free trial because you don't need to own the game before you can play your 10 hours. You can just test it out, see what you think. If you like it, then you can buy it. But I'm already was sold on it, so I've already pre-ordered it.
All right. So how's Rise of the Tomb Raider going?
I mean, pretty good. I'm getting pretty close to finishing the game. Um, Basically, all I need to do is get all the collectibles and then finish up the game. Because how I like to do is I want to have all the collectibles done and everything, and then finish the story, get that last achievement, and be done. My biggest thing is I need to get all the tombs through, which are kind of like their side quest puzzle mini game kind of things, where at the end you get a new ability that you can do. But that's my big thing is I need to get through before I finish the story. I've got like one mission left.
Okay, so you're 100%ing this one?
I'm gonna try at least or get pretty close. I mean, there's
Okay.
some like challenge mode that I believe you can do, which I'm just like, there's no way I'm ever gonna get like a full completion in that. But from what I know, it's not too hard to achieve.
Okay, just lots of collectibles and
Yeah. The
mini
nice
side stuff.
Yeah, the nice thing is I don't need to get all 100% collectibles in it. I just need to get 75 of them. 75% to be exact.
Oh, okay, okay. How many collectibles are there?
A lot, to be
Okay.
straightforward on it. I mean,
Alright.
when so what you do in the game is you can kind of get like these backpacks that start revealing everything on that area where all the collectibles are. And it's basically like The Witcher 3 where you can barely move your cursor without hitting another collectible. It's insane on how many there are.
My favorite kind of game. I use that sarcastically.
Yeah. You and me are
Alright.
exactly opposite in that.
Yes, yes, yes. So, on to the
Well, I think you might be
news.
missing a little thing here.
Oh, shoot.
You kind of missed Overwatch. I mean, Overwatch had a big
Oh,
thing that
yes.
come out.
Ah, right, right, right! Oh my gosh! Yes. Um, Halloween is upon us.
Or at least in Overwatch.
In Overwatch, it is Overwatch right now.
Oh yeah.
Junkenstein's Revenge.
hmm
What are your thoughts on that? How much have you played of that?
I mean, I've mostly been in Battlefield, so
Okay.
I've played it a couple of times. I mean, I've heard a lot of positive things about it, but I'm just like, it's for me it gets repetitive. I've never kind of liked horde modes. I've never been like
Okay.
zombies from COD or anything like that. I've never been a big fan of them. So I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, it's really not my cup of tea. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving like the skins for the game.
Ah,
It's a
yes, the
nice little
skins.
interesting thing. Plus, you get to buy the skins for once.
Yeah, yeah. So lots of new changes came with this Overwatch patch. I don't want to go into too big of a detail. Ana got a quote unquote nerf, but it's more of a buff. Junkrat got altered a little bit. Just some kind of smaller stuff. Widow, you can now scope in a little quicker. But yeah, the big thing was this Halloween
hmm I mean,
stuff, and
what do you
it's
feel
a good
about it?
time. Uh, I love Junkenstein's Revenge. It's a really good change of pace. Going from competitive matches where I kind of get a little tilted every once in a while, and then just being able to jump in this and kind of just kill some bots essentially, and
hmm
it's a really good way to get in and hone your aim
Yeah, that's what I've
in
heard a lot
friggin'
of people are
headshots.
doing.
Yeah, a lot of the pros do that before competitive matches. They just hop in and kill Zombots and Reaper and all
Hmm.
of that good stuff. But yeah,
What difficulty do
I
you play it on?
I generally played on medium. I did try to play it on hard one time.
Got your got
I
just
wouldn't
racked.
say we got destroyed. I think I only died like once, but they just broke down the doors and that's how we lost on that one.
Gotcha.
Anything else that you want to put into this little spot here?
Well, I mean, I kind of said my words on Battlefield 1. You didn't really put it what you thought about it. How far are
Yeah,
you at? How many hours do you have left?
I think I have still like 7 hours left.
Yeah.
I played a good chunk of the campaign that you can play.
Hmm. That's one thing I did not touch. I saw that when you load in, they start just right in the campaign. I'm
Hmm
like, nope, I'm out of there.
Yeah, it was after that little sequence, it brings you to the main menu and yada yada yada. And then I
Hmm.
went into the actual missions.
Hmm.
And from what I can tell, it's very interesting. I like where it's going with these pigeons and whatnot, and kind of creating your story. I like when you die, it like gives your guy a name and when he was born and when he died. I think that's pretty neat.
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't
But
checked it out at all.
yeah, I mean, it's another first-person shooter campaign, I suppose.
Hmm.
Um, Online, I've just kind of been dinking around. I don't play it for any super long length of time or anything.
Hmm.
But from first impressions, I like the maps. I like the guns, even though I have like one for every class.
Yeah. What class do you
Um,
play as?
I right now have played the assault and medic, and I think I played a little bit of the support class.
Hmm.
I'm not a huge sniper. Maybe I am, and I just don't know it yet. But yeah, I kind of have just been fiddling around with all of them.
Okay. Just kind of testing out, see where you fit the most.
Yeah, see how many times I can die as each one and go from there.
Not big on the kill part.
I am a pacifist in Battlefield. Kind of. I do
Yeah.
my best to get kills, and I
Hmm.
just
You just
get
can't.
overrun. Yeah.
That's me when I try to snipe. I mean, I'm like, okay, these bullets are hitting, but then like, I'm just used to like where you can just aim and it's just gonna go indefinitely.
Yeah, no
Where,
like bullet drop and
well, I'm watching this bullet coming in right at this guy, and it just goes poof, gone. Because I've got my scope set to be a certain distance, and he's a little bit
hmm
farther. Which I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, really? I get you want to be a little in depth, but I'm just like, that's not me. Trying to figure out how far the guy is away from me.
Yeah, the sweet spots and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Nor am I. So, let's dive into the news. So, first piece of news we have is Mass Effect Andromeda release date seemingly given away.
Hmm.
Um, so this kind of leaked pretty soon after our last episode,
Hmm.
all due to a leak on Amazon about a comic book. And apparently this comic book is supposed to be released as at the same time as this game. And the release date for the comic book is March 23rd. So seemingly we may get our Mass Effect game
Hmm.
March 23rd.
Yeah, if not then, but around then at least.
Yeah, I mean, that would put us, what is that? Is that a Tuesday? Would that work?
Um, I believe I was hearing it's a Friday.
Thursday. So it's a Thursday.
Yeah,
So
so it's
possibly,
probably a Friday release.
March 19th through the 25th, somewhere in there, hopefully.
Yeah, at least around there, I'm guessing.
Interesting.
Mhm.
What have you played Mass Effect games in the past?
I mean, I've played the first and the second one about an hour each.
Okay, so nothing
No,
in depth. Okay.
nothing
No.
to have a valid input on anything shown about Andromeda. But I
Would
know,
you play this?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
But I mean, most of these games that are coming out around here I'm just gonna have such a huge backlog. Mass Effect's probably down a couple of ways.
Okay. Yeah. I feel you there.
Hmm.
I think I played the second and the third one,
Hmm.
and I think they're pretty solid games.
Yeah.
And this definitely piques my interest as something that I would want to play. I don't know what I will be playing at that time, if
Hmm.
there's anything else coming around there, but it definitely piques my interest as something to keep my eye on and see what happens from it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. It's just I've never really been a big BioWare kind of person.
Hmm.
So like Dragon Age, I've
Yeah.
played Inquisition. It was okay in my eyes. Mass Effect, I played the first couple of hours of the first two. Just like, meh. And then I just kind of
Yeah.
moved on, but I mean, maybe down the line I'll eventually get to it.
I feel you. I feel you. So, speaking. Yeah, just kidding. That has nothing to do with this. World of Warcraft director moves on to undisclosed Blizzard project.
Uh,
That was a smooth transition there.
oh yeah, you know
Um,
it.
so we have a director from World of Warcraft who was working on Legion, has now been moved to a different Blizzard project. Interesting.
I guess it's probably
Overwatch.
heroes,
Overwatch single player. Hint, hint, Blizzard, if you're listening.
maybe. I mean, now after seeing this Junkenstein Revenge,
Hmm.
they did a little PvE here. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he is joining that team and coming out with some single player kind of origin story would be kind of cool.
Yes, I would love that. And we also have BlizzCon coming up, beginning of November, so hopefully we get something new from Blizzard at that time, possibly with
Hmm.
this director. And Legion was a big success, and if this guy was part of that, I can only imagine what he could bring forward to the table.
I mean, it'll be interesting, especially when in Blizzard they had a pretty high up guy kind of resign and
Mm-hmm.
go out. So who knows? Maybe he's taking that guy's place and he's gonna be kind of like a hype man and kind of work behind the scenes and such. But it'll be interesting to see if he actually comes out at all during BlizzCon.
Yes. Be very cool. Final Fantasy XIV will end PlayStation 3 support with its next expansion.
This doesn't surprise me.
No, I think what's more telling about this, less about the Final Fantasy XIV yada 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 stuff,
Hmm.
but the fact that I think now companies are going to start to end support for PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I think it's finally time. I mean, what is it? We're coming up on the third
Mm-hmm.
year of PlayStation 4 being out.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere around there that, all right, we're 3 years in. We can kind of start dying off to PlayStation 3. I mean, we saw it in
Mm-hmm.
Destiny, the new expansion came out, and PS3 owners can't play it at all.
Yep.
But and now this one, I mean, I think it's starting to come to an end. I mean, especially with these upcoming releases, the games aren't even coming out on PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for
One thing,
even exclusives aren't even coming out for PS3.
right. One thing to note about this is that if you do have the PlayStation 3 version, you do get to upgrade to the PS4 version for free. You just
Hmm.
need to get the PS4.
Yeah, that's at least the nice thing that they're doing is that, all right, we're gonna stop supporting the PS3 because we try to make the game better, add some new graphics and new systems that may not be able to be run on PS3, or it'll at least
Mm-hmm.
make it easier on just working on PS4. But if you get a PS4 version, you can still get the game and all your stuff.
Yes, yes, yes. So I think it is now time to talk about some Destiny! Destiny's rewards are changing with next week's light increase. So
But I think
you
that came
have.
out. That has
Oh, it
come
did.
out,
This has come out.
I believe.
Okay.
Don't quote me on it. It
I haven't
may
played any Destiny since who knows when.
Taken King.
Yeah.
First like
So
month of that.
yeah, so you know more about this, more about Destiny than I do.
Yeah. So basically what this is saying is that, alright, Destiny. So basically when you finish the easy 5 story missions, you get out to a light level of 320, which is basically your character's level, even though that your technical level is 40, but we all base our level on light, which is when you upgrade your weapons and armor, they get more light, which your level is taken by the average of your light in that, like, based on all of your weapons, armor, and such. So basically, after 320, that's when the real grind starts coming, where it's literally you're jumping up by one light level per, I don't know, maybe 5 strikes and such. But the thing about it is, their big thing that they're changing is artifacts and uh, ghosts and the smaller class items and such are getting bumped up for dropping. Because when you're grinding, you can have 350 stuff and you'll still have a 330 ghost or something like that, which is impossible to drop. And there's only one way of getting like a better artifact and such, which is by doing Court of Orcs, which didn't even come through this game. So basically, what they're doing is they're most likely upping the drops for those items, which is kind of nice because I know I've been watching a lot of people stream and it's just been grinding that stuff, trying to get something better so they're able to do the raid.
Okay. So this is a good change
Oh
then.
yeah, yes, most definitely.
Gotcha.
It's helping out the people that aren't YouTubers and streamers that are going to be just playing this game for their 48 hours in a row or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like a fun time to me.
It just makes it a lot easier for not like hardcore Destiny people to at least eventually get to the raid level.
Hmm. I think I got like a light level of maybe 300.
That's what I thought you were at.
It might be at like 310, something like that. Probably not that high. That's a little excessive for me. On to the next piece of news. We have Friday the 13th game delayed until next year.
Add it to the list.
The list of games goes on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Friday the 13th game has been delayed until spring 2017. That's the bad news,
Mm-hmm.
according to Eurogamer. The good news is that it will receive a single player mode.
Hmm.
So that's kind of cool. I don't know anything about this game, to be honest with you. I
You
figured
haven't
it
seen
was all
anything on
story.
it?
Nope.
Alright. So basically what this game is there, I believe it's a 6v1 kind of game where the one person is, I don't even remember. I believe it's Michael Myers.
Gotcha. I know that.
And yeah, so then the 6 other people are in the camp that the first Friday the 13th is set in, and you can either work by yourself or work as a team to get out by yourself, or you can do it as a team while he is coming to hunt you down.
So it sounds like it's like that game Dead by
Dead by Daylight.
Daylight?
Yes,
Gotcha. Just the license version of it.
exactly. That's basically
Hmm.
what I've seen, and it's basically a lot more gruesome. Like,
Gotcha.
like Michael Myers is coming in with pitchforks and stabbing them right through their chest.
Huh, nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pleasant game to play with your mother.
Oh yeah. Definitely a thing you'll be playing at Christmas time next year.
Yeah, buddy. So, in case you guys don't know, we have a presidential election upon us.
Oh, good Lord.
And we have some gaming people who decided to take a stance against Donald Trump.
Like
There
everyone.
was a billboard in Orlando, Florida. And on the billboard it says, Donald Trump mains Hanzo and complains about team comp in chat. Trump is not a teamplayer.com. So, in case a lot of you don't play Overwatch, Hanzo is a sniper with a bow and arrow. And he has a reputation in the Overwatch community to be... They tend to be very stubborn people who play him. And him being a Hanzo main is him being very stubborn, and it's very fitting. If you play Overwatch, you will understand.
Even
I don't want to.
Even though I'm main as Hanzo and I'm not like that.
I don't want to get into any politics about this, but I thought it was just a little funny tidbit
Comedy.
about Donald Trump and Hanzo, my two favorite things.
Ooh, so you're a Trump supporter. Gotcha.
Yeah! No, I stay away from that.
Yeah.
Rockstar had some news drop on October 16th, 2016. This day will go down in infamy as the day Rockstar teased us with Red Dead Redemption by tweeting a picture out of a red screen with their logo in it.
So, I mean, it doesn't really say that it's Red Dead.
Right.
But it's probably Red Dead.
Yes. Hopefully it's Red Dead. It's going to be like the Red Power Ranger plays ping pong or something like that.
That would be very interesting to see Rockstar try to make that game.
Heck, knowing Rockstar, it would be terrific.
Most likely.
However, let's talk about Red Dead. Because it's Red Dead. And hopefully, this means Red Dead 2, and not just Red Dead Remastered. What do you want to see from Red Dead 2?
Honestly, I mean, people might hate me for it. I've never played Red Dead.
Why not?
I mean, I kind of have. My friend, when Red Dead came out, he had it, and all we did was play multiplayer. But I've never had it. I mean, because I also got my PlayStation 3 about at the end of before PlayStation 4 was announced. Probably a year before PlayStation 4 was probably announced. So, I mean, I missed a lot of games in the PlayStation 3 life cycle. I was playing off of my friends' games and stuff like that, but I was like playing the Wii and such. But so yeah, I've never really played a Red Dead. I mean, I know it's probably one of the greatest games ever to be made. I know how the story ends because it's basically posted on every top 10 best video game endings of all time and such like that. But I mean, now that I'm a little bit older and I have the money to buy games on my own account, I mean, from what I've seen and people saying about Red Dead, I can't wait.
Yes.
Just basically anything that they could do is, I mean, it is Rockstar.
So, I dabbled in some Red Dead. I don't know if I ever actually finished, because it's one of those games where I just get way too distracted. But what I want to see, I guess, is probably pretty close to the same game. I thought it did a lot really, really well, and it didn't do much that was actually all that bad. So I don't know what I would tell them I want different. I mean, I guess maybe the setting would be different. Hopefully,
there
that would
was
make sense.
also a leak a while back that this next Red Dead game was going to be a prequel to Red Dead. So it's going to be John Marston when he's a little bit younger.
Maybe when he's like 6 years old and killing people.
Red Dead baby.
Red Dead baby time! John Marston goes to daycare, mates. Let's go shoot my little toddler friends. That might be a little gruesome, but
Yeah, we might have another manhunt on our hands.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Okay, but yeah, this gets me super excited. I hope it comes out next year.
I'm hoping for spring next year.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
when we get up to these games that are getting released just this week, spoilers, Battlefield 1 for both of us. And then there's another game for each of us that's coming out where we're going to just be delving in. Let alone next week is Skyrim, which is going to be another 2 years of our lives diving into that game.
Yeah. There's a lot coming out soon. I wish the best for Rockstar. Tell us what's happening with Red Dead. Sony is reportedly planning to release mobile games in 2018.
Just another company. I mean, it's starting to become a trend after basically Pokemon Go has just been destroying and just saying, hey, look how good this game was doing. Because, now it's like the most dead game up to No Man's Sky. But, after seeing all this things where, if they can do it, a Sony game correctly, it could just go insane. But, 2018, why even announce it now?
Yeah. I smell Vita. I feel like this is going to end up like the Vita.
Yeah.
Do we really want Sony to be focusing on mobile games? They have the VR, they have the PlayStation, they have the Vita still, and now they're going to try to open up another door? I feel like they might be trying to spread themselves a little too thin here.
Similar to last week's topic, is Sony's kind of turning into a PlayStation 3 Sony.
Yeah.
Where PlayStation 4, they were doing so good, and now they're just slowly starting to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I don't know if I want this. I don't do mobile gaming on my phone. I got a PC and I got a PlayStation. If I want to play video games, so I got Minesweeper on my phone.
Why?
That's the only game I got on my phone.
Why?
I don't play games on my phone. I don't know. I needed something on my phone when I was bored one day. So I got some Minesweeper and
out of
decided
every
to play
game
that.
you have Minesweeper.
Yeah.
I play mobile games because, at school when I don't have homework, I have 3 to 4 hour breaks in between my classes. I need something to do.
But you got your Vita for that.
Yeah. That's what I've been using recently.
So do we really want to play on our phones? Or do we want a better Vita?
Well, they're already killing Vita, and they probably won't come out with another one.
Instead, they go to mobile.
Interesting,
Sony.
It's kind of a thing that's dying down. As Vita is dying, handhelds are just kind of dying because we got these big, huge phones. We don't want to carry another thing around.
Exactly.
So, that's probably why they're going into mobile.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
I just hope it doesn't end up like the Vita.
I doubt it will.
Yeah.
Vita is kind of a lost cause now. When this came out, it's basically them saying there's definitely no chance that there's going to be a Vita 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this definitely just goes to show that there is going to be no Vita. Yeah, good point. On to the next news about more Sony. PlayStation VR users encounter image drift, other headset issues.
It's kind of meant to happen. It's the first ever VR that Sony's ever going to be putting out. We're bound to have problems. We're just on the start of VR, so obviously it's not going to be 100% perfect.
Yes, yes, I agree. What's his face? Shuhei said that this is the PS1. Like
Hmm.
this is basic. The PSVR is the first one,
Yep.
and it'll only get better. I mean, look at where the PS4 is compared to where we were with the PlayStation.
Hmm.
Technology gets better, the VR systems in general will get better.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's just the thing. It's just like people are reporting that the camera just for some reason kind of shifts to the left and you've got a blank little bit on the right, but it's gonna happen.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't see it as a stopping point from buying a PS4 VR,
And
PSVR.
yeah, I mean, it's also just, it's only on some of them. It's not every single
Yeah.
VR headset is doing this.
Yes. So, along with this PlayStation VR, apparently it can also be a Wii U VR and a Xbox One VR?
Yeah, I kind of found that a little interesting. I mean,
Yeah, I like
it,
what they're doing.
yeah.
If they meant to do this.
I mean, I doubt that they really meant to do this. I doubt they truly were like, hey, if they were trying to do this, it would have definitely come out at a press conference saying, oh
Yeah.
yeah, and if you didn't know, this also works on every console that is out right now.
Yeah.
It'll work with your
Specifically our
Xbox.
competitors.
Yeah. When has Sony ever been able to just swallow their pride and do something with Xbox? Let alone Xbox doing something with Sony.
Yeah. And I mean, this isn't. You can't play PlayStation VR games and yada yada yada. It's essentially just a cinema mode. You can use this as a TV screen.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't think you even need the camera for it, so that makes sense. You
Nope.
just plug it into your console
Yeah.
and boom, there's cinema mode.
Yeah, it's just hooking up another monitor to your PlayStation 4.
It's basically what it is.
Yeah, which, whatever floats your boat.
Hmm.
Switching over from PlayStation, kind of, to Xbox One, once again topped console sales.
Hmm. I mean, I'm just guessing it's probably due. I mean, it's most definitely due to the Slim coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was such a technological upgrade from its predecessor. Even though it's not coming out that like a Scorpio, the Slim is still more powerful than the original Xbox One.
Yeah, I mean, kind of in relation to what we talked about last week was Xbox stepped up their game and they're being rewarded for it.
Yep, most definitely.
I found this little interesting tidbit of information. The ESRB ratings board has rated Destroy All Humans for the PlayStation 4 console. Did you
I'm.
ever play this game?
Oh yeah, I've played it.
Ah, yes.
I've played both one and two.
Okay.
My guess
You
it's.
excited for this?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
I'm, in all honesty. I
Yeah.
mean, I see this game as it's going to be a PS2 classic. It's not going to
Mm-hmm.
be a brand new game because I think it was like a couple months ago, a company just bought the
Yep.
licensing for Destroy All Humans, so there's definitely not a game coming out right now.
Yeah.
So it's most definitely just a PS2 classic with trophies. There's really nothing to be that excited for with that game. It's not a new one. I mean, sure, if there's, depending on when it comes out, I may get it because I enjoyed it. It was an interesting kind of game where you played as the bad guy.
Yeah.
You come in, you can actually abduct humans and fight. I remember you fight KGB.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you can kind of just go in and mess around for a little bit and
Hmm.
get your mind off of whatever you've been doing.
Yeah, it was kind of like a young, I believe it was rated T. Is
Yeah,
so it
yep.
was like a young kid's GTA kind of, or
Yeah,
Saints Row more likely.
yeah, closer to a Saints Row Alien game.
Hmm.
So this next piece of news, I don't really know what we should talk about, but the most pointless video game pre-order
Hmm.
of all time.
I mean, it just kind of shows that there's really no point of pre-ordering a game
Mm,
until
mm,
maybe the day before that it
yeah,
comes out.
yeah. And of course, the game that we are talking about is The Last Guardian.
Hmm.
You talked about in 2009 when you can pre-order it.
Yep.
Ridiculous. That's crazy.
Hmm. The fact that it's now 7 years later and the game still hasn't come out,
Yeah,
let alone that.
7 years. This company takes people's money for 7 years, and it's still not out.
Hmm. I mean, let alone that 7 years ago there wasn't even PS4. So the people
Yeah,
that have pre-ordered this game probably sold their PS3 maybe, and
yeah.
it's probably now lost, and now they got to go buy a PS4 pre-order.
Now, how does that work?
I don't. I have no idea what is happening with this thing
I
right now.
I just 7 years ago I pre-ordered a game for the PS3 that was supposed to come out, and now I don't
It's
have the PS3.
and it's now barely coming out in 2016.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Pre-orders are a dirty business.
Hmm. That's why, I mean, the only game that I have pre-ordered that was more than just the week before it came out was the most recent South Park that got delayed.
Hmm.
But that was
Yes.
mostly because I wanted to play the Stick of Truth that you get for free when you
Yeah.
pre-order it, and it
Yeah.
was
They
only
they
a
give you
limited time
something.
thing.
They give you something in exchange for
Yeah.
your pre-order, which I mean, it's pretty much a buy one get one free.
Hmm. I mean, plus the other thing is that, okay, I also know this South Park game is going to be one, good, because the first one was absolutely hilarious and I enjoyed every second of it.
Hmm.
And I know it's going to be coming out soon. I know they're not going to, it's not just going to go poof, gone.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
like
Yes.
this
Yes.
game where I'm just like, oh no.
Who knows about this darn game?
Hmm.
Niantic. Our buddies at Niantic has no plans yet to release Pokemon Go Tracker beta fix to broader world. I have no idea what is going on in the world of Pokemon Go anymore. I stopped playing after 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, I still play it every now and then. I still open up my phone to see what's nearby. I mean, so basically, for people that don't know, Pokemon Go, I mean, I know basically everyone knows what Pokemon Go is, so I'm not going to go into deep details on that.
Get out from under your rock.
I mean, it's been the most profitable game on a mobile device since Angry Birds.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably even passed Angry Birds, so who knows. So basically, when the game first came out, they put up an update that then just destroyed their tracking feature, which is like nearby, tells you which Pokemon are nearby. You can go kind of hunt them down. And so then they put out this beta fix to kind of test out their new tracking device, and it's only available in San Francisco.
Terrific.
So it's basically saying that they have no plans on saying, hey, you guys want this whole world, let's get this tracking system up and fixed. And they're saying, no, we're not going to do this. So it's basically, I mean, this game is, Niantic's basically killed this game.
Yeah, it's. I would like to say it has slowly died off.
Hmm.
However, I don't think it has been a slowly sort of thing.
Yeah,
I think it's been a steep fall.
yeah. Like, the interesting thing is, so this weekend I had a couple friends over, and we went, we had the day off, so we're like, all right, let's go check because we're bored as all hell, we're gonna go check our, where I live, there's this little location that has like 9 Pokestops and a little walking distance in like a little circle. And when we went there at night, there was at least 150 people there. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah. And every single Pokestop had a lure which attracts Pokemon. Um, and we went there last night, and it was our group and maybe 3 other people.
Hmm.
So the game has drastically fallen off. If that's
Which is
any
too.
kind of metaphor, simile, whatever the heck it is, relating to showing how big the game was and just
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. So, upcoming games for the week of October 16th through the 22nd. Number 1, Battlefield 1.
Hmm. Which I believe we've already kind of spent a little
Yeah.
bit talking about, so.
Yeah, we already talked about that one. Yeah. Yeah. Enough with that.
Yeah, we can move on.
Number 2, Civilization 6.
This is your pick.
I'm all about this game. I'm so excited. It looks so good. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm gonna get it right away. I'm gonna throw some videos up on YouTube. It's gonna be a good time.
Is there any, like, big changes from Civ 5?
Yeah, like there's like the city system is different. Instead of everything going in one little tile, you build different districts, and then in the districts you build different things in those.
Okay.
It looks really different.
So it looks like a decent upgrade from Civ 5 to Civ 6.
Yes, I think they overhauled it in a very good way.
Okay.
Number 3, Batman Return to Arkham.
Yes.
In parentheses, $50.
Mm-hmm. Because, it's a brand new game. 2 games coming in one. We expect it to be 60, and it's only coming out as $50.
Tell me more about Batman Return to Arkham and why I should get it.
I mean, Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City are the games that come in this collection. Um, One thing, sure, it's only $50, but not gonna beat that to death. These 2 games are probably the greatest superhero games to ever come out, and are probably, or at least Arkham City is probably in my top 10 favorite games of my life that I've ever played. I've enjoyed countless of hours playing both of them. They give you reasons to do side missions that are going on and stuff like that. The games are just so expansive and such, but they're one of the highest rated games of all time, and I just can't wait to play them again on these new systems. Even though remasters are remasters, the exact same game, but that's kind of my 2 cents about it. I just can't wait for them.
Terrific. Number 4, Rock Band Rivals. So, yeah, I don't play Rock Band.
Nor do I.
This is a expansion that brings new features to Rock Band 4. You can perform your way through an epic rock documentary about your band in a new campaign mode. You can join crews to prove your skill and crush your opponents through weekly online challenges and get a free backstage pass to months of additional game updates, including synchronous online multiplayer with your friends this holiday. Yeah.
Yeah, next.
Number 5, Exist Archive, which is a PlayStation exclusive. Tell me more.
It's basically just another Japanese role-playing game. I mean, it doesn't, in my eyes, it doesn't look anything fancy. It looks exactly like an anime that it, or at least it looks like it's based off an anime. Looks like a party system and stuff like that, but I mean, it's just JRPGs aren't my big thing, but I kind of just need to know what it was about before the podcast, but I mean, it doesn't look like anything too special. It's definitely not going to be probably a Game of the Year contender.
Alright. And last but definitely not least, number 6, Lego Harry Potter, the
Hmm.
complete collection, which is a PS4 exclusive. Tell me more, please.
I mean, it's basically the whole Lego Harry Potter games are coming out on PS4 and surprisingly, it's only on PS4. I just kind of found it a little funny how last week you mentioned you were dabbling in playing Lego Harry Potter, and it's getting re-released on PlayStation 4.
Yes. Very good
Are
news.
you excited to play it at all?
Um, mm, I would be
If
if
Civ 6 wasn't
I,
coming out?
yeah, and if I was still playing on my PS4.
Yeah, you gotta dust that off.
Yeah, if I didn't have a PC, I would be all over this all day, all night, sort of thing, but I can play it right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably little to no graphical updates.
Yeah,
That's
they're Lego
basically all
people.
that it's coming out with.
Yep. So now I'm going to turn it over to you for this next segment of the holiday buying guide.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas!
So, the holiday buying guide is something that actually, believe it or not, my mom kind of posted, let us know what we should probably do. Um, so it's basically this each upcoming week since the holiday season is coming up. I just kind of thought, or we kind of separated them up into three different uh, groups for the items of low range, high range, mid range for just kind of you can pass it on if you are the gamer. If you agree with our tastes, you could pass it on to your family members. Just kind of say, hey, this is kind of an interesting little thing that you might want to get me if you don't really know what you should tell your family members to get you at all. So, starting off with the low range, I believe you might actually be able to agree with me on this, but I
Yes, I do.
put EA Access or Origin Access. So, I mean, it's something that we kind of touched on. It does go for only $5 a month, but I believe there's also an annual subscription. I don't know if you saw that.
Not for Origin.
Oh, I know for sure it's on Xbox that there's a year subscription that exact, which is kind of nice. It's only $30 a year instead of a full 60 or however much it would be. Yeah, $60 since
Yeah.
it's $5. But yeah, you can get it for $30 a year. And so it's basically you can get free trials of upcoming EA exclusive games where you can test them out if you want to play them. Plus, the thing that you and me kind of figured out when we signed up for EA Access and Origin Access to play Battlefield 1, they have, I think they call it the Vault
Yeah,
of
yeah.
games, where basically they put some of their old EA games that you can just download for free. And you can play as long as you are a subscriber to EA Access. So, I mean, some of the games come from like Madden 16, so it's basically a 1 year difference of all sports games that EA publishes. I know on Xbox there is Battlefield 4 and Hardline, I believe, and so that's a pretty good bang for your buck. I believe also all Battlefield 4 DLCs free, so that's a bonus, so you don't need to buy anything from there. Plants vs. Zombies is on there. I don't know if there's anything from on Origin that's different. I know Mass Effect isn't on my EA access, but I mean,
Oh, really?
is there anything there that you know of?
We got the FIFA games, all the Mass Effect games, all the Battlefield ones, all the Crysis games. We got Titanfall Deluxe Edition, Dragon Age Deluxe Edition, SimCity.
That's interesting, because I don't have basically any of those games.
All the Dead Space games. Yeah, there's lots of games.
So
This
I
is the
mean,
main reason I got this.
Origin Access kind of sounds even better. I mean,
Yeah.
I only have like 30 games that I can get from the vault, and it's like one Dead Space game. The big thing about it is like Dead Space, all those games were Xbox 360, so they're not
Oh,
Xbox Ones
that's
for
probably it.
me. So
Yep.
until they come out with them being backwards compatible, I doubt
Yeah.
EA Access has those games. But there are some Xbox 360 backwards compatible games, so I know Dead Space 1 is there, but otherwise nothing there for me in EA Access. So do you have any other low range ones? Couldn't really think of any.
Oh, some low range, probably under what? Under $40.
Yeah,
No, maybe some controllers.
if you could find them that cheap.
Yeah, that's true.
Most
I don't know.
controllers.
Amazon's always got some good deals on those.
Well, I mean, it is Amazon.
Yeah,
Maybe like Rocket League.
yeah. The digital games.
It did actually come out for retail. I know Rocket League did. It comes with all DLC and stuff. But yeah, I mean, Rocket League's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I mean, or you just get PSN cards, Steam cards, just so you can kind of choose your own games. That's a pretty good one to do. But then moving on to mid-range, I mean, some of them are coming out this week. Battlefield 1, Batman, Civ 6. I mean, I doubt we've played any of them, but minus Battlefield 1. But, I mean, you and me could probably safely assure that those games are going to be pretty good.
Yes.
I mean, at least for sure Batman, Civ 6, maybe Battlefield 1. I mean, we haven't seen the full influx of people coming in. Battlefield has had the trouble of always having server issues when the games first come out. But hopefully that's fixed by holiday
Christmas.
hours.
Yeah.
And then I put Skyrim, obviously. I mean,
Whoop whoop!
it's Skyrim. It's the greatest RPG that ever was probably made. Then I just put Watch Dogs 2, because I mean, it looks like it's going to have the Assassin's Creed 1 to 2 upgrade, where it's going to be basically a completely different game, revamped up the wazoo, and it's going to be insane from what I've seen from other videos of the game. And then I put the Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection. So, I mean, I don't know if you've heard anything about it, but it's basically Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, where you play as Ezio Auditore, where you can play basically all those games remastered. So, a lot of them are remasters that I put out there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also forgot to put, these are for kind of our age range.
Yes.
Games. So, basically next week we might do teenager games, where you don't have to do the M-rated games, even though lots of teenagers get M-rated games this day and age.
Shame on you, parents.
Well, okay, don't go that far. But yeah, I mean, do you have any other $60 games that are coming out before the holidays that you might want to put out there?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I was trying to look through here and whatnot, try to figure out some games that have just been released and whatnot, but
hmm
I don't think there's been any that have like really like
stood out to you.
blown my socks off.
I mean, going off Battlefield 1, maybe COD, if you're into that.
Oh
Don't forget about
yes, yeah.
COD. And
Call of Duty.
Titanfall 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, those are always the other ones. So it's basically Battlefield 1, more realistic, COD, and Titanfall, more futuristic, jumping, jet boosts, jetpacks, and stuff like that.
Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah, that does come out before Christmas. That is right.
Yes.
Good save there. I kind of just skipped over that. I mean, I just kind of looked up to Black Friday because that's when most people do their
Yeah.
shopping. Because
Yeah.
everything's on
Pokemon Sun
sale.
and Moon.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely a good one. Sun and Moon are coming out. That looks actually interesting. It looks like a decent game actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then so the high range, which are kind of more straightforward, because we've got some high range kind of things coming out.
Deb, if you're listening, this is what I want.
Oh, really? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink.
So obviously PSVR. I mean, it's kind of obvious that that would be a nice little thing to have, even though that
Mm.
there's not gonna be a lot of big games coming out, minus the upcoming Biohazard or Resident Evil. And then going off of that, Oculus and Vive. If you're a PC nerd that has a decent computer to run all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously PSVR, what was it, $400?
Yeah.
And Oculus, I believe, is 600, and then Vive is the 800. So obviously PSVR, the nice thing you can do is you can also play any game just in that
Mm-hmm.
VR headset. Oculus and Vive, I have no idea. I've never even looked into them.
Nor have I.
But they're all virtual reality things where you strap it on your head and you can play games like you're pretending to be the person and stuff. And then obviously we've got the Xbox One S, which I believe is also 300, 350, I think, starting off, but
Mm-hmm.
most bundles go for 400. Usually comes with one game, controller, and the system. And then we're coming up with the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. But if you are going to ask for a PS4, make sure you do specify on PS4 Slim or Pro.
Just get the Pro.
I mean, depends on your money. I
Just
mean,
beg.
what was it? Pro is 600 or 650-ish, somewhere in there.
I think so.
And then just PS4 Slim is a normal 300. I think it's what it's at. Or somewhere,
Yeah.
it's somewhere around there. So it's basically either a 200 to 300 difference in price. If you don't have a nice fancy TV, probably not go for a Pro, but you never know, you might get one eventually.
Yep.
So you got anything to add to this holiday guide?
I don't think so.
Alright.
I think
I
that's
mean,
about it.
it looks like a pretty decent guide, like a range of
Yeah.
things. I mean, once again, you don't always have to agree with us. They're kind of just our opinions here. But yeah, so why don't you take it over? Because this next nerdy kind of stuff looks kind of like more you
Yes,
than
yes,
it
yes,
is for
yes.
me.
I am so excited
hmm
because J.K. Rowling announced that there will be five movies for Fantastic Beasts and where to find them.
So,
And
how do
yeah,
you feel about it?
the more the merrier. Give us
Really?
7, give us 9,
Just kind of
give
anything
us
to
a
give us that
TV
universe?
series. Yeah, I just want to live there.
Do a little Netflix series?
Yeah, just give me TV shows. Give me
Anything.
VR experiences. Ah, yes, Harry Potter. And apparently Grindelwald is supposed to have some sort of connection in this series.
And so for the people that aren't very big into this stuff,
What are you doing with your
what
life?
what is Grindelwald?
He was Mr. Dumbledore's very good friend in a very different sort of way.
Mm,
He was kind of like the evil villain before Voldemort.
gotcha.
So my guess, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Newt, our main protagonist in this
Mhm.
series, is going to release all these creatures into New York City.
Okay.
And then my guess is through the first two movies,
Mm-hmm.
he is going to try to capture these. And then all of a sudden, Grindelwald is going to come into the picture, and he is going to try to capture these creatures and turn them evil. And then Newt
Interesting.
has to try to fight Grindelwald and get the monsters back.
So you don't think that they're going to introduce this main villain in the first movie?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
I think he's going to be a little farther down the line. I think what they're going to do is they're going to try to use these first two movies as try to set you up in the era.
Okay.
Like, what is the wizarding world like in America? Because I'm just a poor muggle and I don't actually know what it's like. So, my guess is the first two movies are going to be set the stage. The last three movies are going to be where we start to see some of the connections to the Harry Potter universe.
Gotcha.
I think that's what I want to see
Okay.
in particular.
And I mean, I didn't add these into the show notes here, but are you interested at all in the new Star Wars movie that recently got a new trailer for?
Seeing as I haven't seen whatever this newest
The
one
Force
was.
Awakens?
Yes, I haven't seen that, so nope.
Oh, see, that's where I will come in, and I am seeing this movie. Like, I cannot wait when that they said they're gonna do this story of this movie along with the episode 7, 8, 9, and then coming out with a Han solo film and maybe a Boba Fett. I'm just like, all right, yes, I'm ready. Give
Take
them
my
to me.
money.
Basically, I'm right there. I'm like, you have Harry Potter, I have Star Wars. Like,
Yes.
I am excited as you cannot even believe to go see Rogue One. I'm probably going to ask for the day off so I can go see it whenever the first showing is or whenever I can go see it. Because, I mean, sure, I don't think it's going to be as sold out as The Force Awakens.
You don't think so?
No, I
How
don't
come?
see it doing this. Because, I mean, most people that saw The Force Awakens, I mean, I just don't see that a lot of those people are going to be like, oh, yay, I can't wait to go see this movie. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do terribly. It is
Okay.
going to sell a bunch. Like, I can just see that this movie is going to be big.
Okay.
It's just,
It's not as big.
it's not going to break box office records. Is what I'm
Okay.
trying to get at. I mean, it's going.
Gotcha.
You'll definitely see the decline. I mean, obviously, Force Awakens is going to be the best or box office pre-order selling ones. I don't think Episode 7 is going to do it, or 8. I mean, I don't think all these movies are going to beat The Force Awakens.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not saying these movies are going to do bad.
Yeah. So to be honest, I was walking through Target and I was like, what is this? I thought it was just a new line of like toys or something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that was coming out this year. I figured it would be like another year or so.
See, I mean,
Didn't
that's the thing, is,
didn't Force Awakens just come out last year?
yep, I mean, that's what they're trying to do, is they have, so episode 7 came out last year, Rogue One's coming out this year, the next year episode 8 is coming out, then the Han Solo film the year after, then episode 9, and then I believe maybe another story is coming out after. I mean,
Wow.
they're giving us a movie each month, each year, which I am all for.
You hear that, Harry Potter makers? Every year, we want a movie.
I mean, that's what they kind of did at the end of all the Harry Potter
Yeah.
movies. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you might be getting all 5 of these Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, part 1 through 5.
I sure hope so.
I mean, like when that fake trailer came out for Netflix saying that they're doing a Netflix series for Darth Maul, I'm like, okay, when am I going to take the day off to watch this whole series? Because
Yeah.
that fake trailer looked insane.
Yes.
I was just like, okay, I'm ready. Just tell me when and I will watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think that wraps up our show.
Mm-hmm.
Where can people find you?
So basically, you can find me on anything, any platform that is platinuming. So Twitter, I'm platinuming. Twitch, I'm platinuming. YouTube, I'm platinuming. Xbox One, I am Ding Futzy. So Ding as the sound, and then Futtie. Still debating on if I should change it. Most likely I will, but otherwise, PSN, I'm somewhat on there, mostly playing Dragon Quest right now, which is Nitsua, it's Austin backwards, and then 6991.
Awesome. And I am the OneBG Gaming on Twitch and YouTube. On Twitter, I am the_1_BG. My PSN is Brady2013. And you can send your thoughts and questions to the email theonebg9413@gmail.com. This has been Game News and Things with the OneBG Gaming and Platinuming. Later.